Yeah, I think the experience was fantastic. Obviously, I got to meet the whole team, right? And I have deep gratitude for the work which the team does and has helped us where we are today, right? I understand that there has been a lot of effort and a lot of sleepless nights which has gone in by many of the team members. So I have sincere appreciation for everything the team is doing to get us where we are. I enjoyed the event. I got to meet people. I got to understand their individual personal journey. And obviously, I got to play with the Shanmuga's interesting games. So it was fun, I think, all the way around. Yeah. Over the years, I have worked in many implementations, right? I've been part of several large implementations like MX.com, uh, American Airlines Cargo.com, Southwest Airlines, CityCorp, so many implementations which were large scale, right? Obviously, over the course of my career, I have grown from the bottom up to the level where I am today. So I've got experience, I think, um, in all aspects of um, product building. So the aspect which I love, what I'm doing here at SRS and what I've been doing over the past few many years now is, if I were to define it in a single word, it would be accountability. Right? I am accountable for the results. I'm accountable for the financial outcome. I'm accountable for how the product behaves in the marketplace. I'm accountable for if the product is up and running, right? So even though I'm not in the trenches, but what gets done in the trenches, I'm accountable for. So I do like it a lot. That aspect of being able to define and shape, what product you want to put in the marketplace, and seeing it really play out in the marketplace is really gratifying thing about the job which I'm doing. So I would say that is what kind of keeps me going and motivated. And obviously, I'm looking for better days ahead. But yeah, that would be the aspect which I love the most about my current job. So when I think about e-commerce, so my experience has been with B2C, um, like Neiman Marcus prior, and now with B2B, right, at SRS. So at SRS, since it's a B2B, obviously it's not at a level where it's as matured as many of our B2C counterparts. So there is a lot of room for us to grow, which would be considered as basic features and functions for a typical B2C site, right? Just to give few examples, personalization, right? Being able to understand customer behaviors, which would basically start from tracking customers, knowing, your customers uniquely. All of that we have yet to build. Being able to serve personalized content, again, lot of things which are considered basic in a typical B2C, we have yet to kind of build them or establish it for B2B. Obviously, when I think about it, there is a flavor, right? It's not a cookie cutter approach where we can take a B2C solution and fit it to B2B. Now, as far as the exciting thing in the marketplace, the technology is concerned, I think there are simply too many things which are happening in the marketplace today, which are really exciting, and in a lot of ways, at least per my opinion, is going to redefine how e-commerce is today. Right. So just to briefly talk about few, let's start with the ML, right? The capabilities with Gen ML and many of the other modeling models bring in, there are a lot of feature functions which we do today can be done differently, right? Making it much more simple, much more convenient for our user base. So I see ML disrupting many different things, many different feature functions, doing it differently in e-commerce. And that's not a distant future. That is something which is here right now. The other thing which is already out there is, the way we do e-commerce today, which is typically you go to a machine, you basically key it in. So that I feel in a lot of ways is should be obsolete. With the voice technology, with the NLP models already really close to perfection, it is time for us to move towards a voice commerce, right? And along with it, if you think about IoTs, which are also out there in the marketplace for a long time now, you don't need a single device to do a transaction, right? So those kind of changes are big and probably coming. And one other thing which got mentioned in today's discussion as well was Meta, right? The exciting thing about Meta is it's going to bring experience to online commerce, customer experience, right? Imagine you shopping with your relatives hundreds of miles away, all the virtual, right? So those are things which we don't know yet how it's going to completely shape in how we conduct business online. But those are big things which are happening right now, and likely at some point we will be embracing it as well. I think the paradigm has completely changed. Few years back, I think I was interested in learning machine learning, and the resources out there was mind-boggling. When I grew up, the concept which you needed to understand, the skill which you wanted to acquire, the knowledge which you wanted to gain, you would get it from a single person, usually the professor who is teaching you, right? But this time around, I didn't have any professor. I could hear online or take online classes, many of them free. I hardly registered myself to any paid courses, but I had this unique opportunity, at least thought, that's what I used, is being able to tap into different resources. If I don't understand, the Stanford professor explaining what machine learning is, I can go to an MIT professor explaining. If I don't understand some parts which he has been trying to explain, I can look around for maybe Andrew or some of the pioneers in ML explaining. So it really made education in a way, at least in my mind, it has blown out, right? It's a paradigm shift. Now you can find information and knowledge the way you can understand. Now, why did I view this into your question about aspiration? I think the skill is a fundamental part in your growth, right? And if I were to think about my journey, and if I were to think about my learning, is that the key to growth is opportunity, right? Being able to avail opportunity, being able to be present at the right place at right time is how you grow in your career. In the so opportunity is the key. It's not the talent, it's not the grit, it's not the hard work. Right? Maybe all of them go into creating opportunity, but it's opportunity which kind of pushes you up in your life. Obviously now the challenge is how do you time it? Because no one can time it, right? All you can do is prepare for it, right? And my tips for someone who is really aspiring to grow and build a career would be, be in the forefront of the skill, right, which you want to kind of become good at. Obviously, love what you're doing, right? At least find meaning in what you do, right? Because that keeps you driving. And more importantly, network. It is important to network because world is a unique place in a lot of ways. There is shortage of skilled people, and usually people are looking for talented people. And the difficult part in that is unless you network, you're pretty much an unknown entity. No matter how good you are, how well you have performed, unless you're out of the park, right? So networking is a key aspect which will kind of lend you that opportunity, right? So again, opportunity is the key, and there are things which you can do to increase your chances to get opportunity. That would be my advice for anyone who's aspiring to grow in the career path. Yeah, I think if you talk to the team I've been working with, and pretty much probably you heard from people today, in a lot of ways I'm a type A personality. In that, the if we can get things done, we'll find to get things done. And honestly, any success is dependent on the people who you're working with, right? Finding right group of people, finding skilled group of people, finding people with the right attitude, right? Is, I think, fundamental block of any success you can create or any magic you can create. Now, I put a lot of effort in making sure that we got the right or best resources of the pool of talent is made available, right? Because time and time again in my career, I've seen that, it's only those, I shouldn't say skilled, but only those, for lack of better word, special people are able to drive and make a project successful. Now imagine if you have a group of people, all of whom are special, right? What you can achieve. So for me, people is the fundamental, you know, uh, block for success. And if you have the right people, right aptitude, I think you can achieve any success you desire. So that's how I view, people. And it has to be camaraderie. It has to be, a good bonding. It has to be that people need to be passionate, right? People need to feel that they are learning and growing, right? You can't push people, or you can push people only to a certain extent, right? Unless they feel that they are doing some meaningful work, they are learning, they are developing, they are building something great. So I always aspire to kind of build that kind of environment for the people I work with. Thank you, especially, right? This has been a fantastic event, right? All of you guys to have me invited here and basically meet the group with whom I am working with. Thank you.